What I want to walk you through today has the power to change how your entire body feels, not through force, but through a quiet, natural reset. Many people live for years with low-grade back pain, stiff hips, sluggish digestion, urinary issues, or a general tightness, never realizing these problems often trace back to a small group of muscles hidden deep inside the pelvis. These muscles act like an internal hammock, supporting your organs and influencing nearly every movement you make. This system is the pelvic floor, and once you learn how to release it, strengthen it, and let it function as designed, you can unlock areas of your health that may have been restricted for a long time. The pelvic floor is easy to overlook. You can't see it, you don't consciously feel it working, and most people don't think about it unless something goes wrong. Yet it stabilizes your spine, supports your organs, and coordinates with your core every time you breathe, step, or bend. When these muscles become tense, weak, or poorly coordinated, the effects ripple through the body. This tension can build from long sitting, stress, aging, injuries, or even your breathing patterns. When the pelvic floor tightens, it pulls on the lower back, disrupting the spine's natural curve and tilting the pelvis forward or backward. That shift compresses the lower back and irritates nerves and discs. And for many people, this is the real source of sciatic-type pain moving down the hip or leg. The hips suffer too. A locked pelvic floor restricts hip mobility, making everyday movements, walking, squatting, climbing stairs, feel stiff or uncomfortable. Many people with groin tightness, hip aches, or difficulty performing deep movements don't realize the pelvic floor is involved. Even sleep can feel disrupted when this area can't fully relax. The pelvic floor also affects internal organ function. It supports the bladder and bowel. So when these muscles lose balance, too tight or too weak, issues like urgency, frequent bathroom trips, trouble initiating urination, or incontinence can appear. Constipation, bloating, and slow digestion can also stem from dysfunction here. Everything in the lower abdomen relies on the pelvic floor's ability to move and contract properly. A key idea is that the pelvic floor doesn't operate alone. It works with the diaphragm and deep core muscles, especially the transverse abdominis, which wraps around you like a natural corset. This system maintains posture, stability, and efficient movement. When the pelvic floor loses strength or becomes too tight, this teamwork breaks down. Breathing becomes shallow, posture shifts, and even simple movements like standing up or taking a deep breath feel harder. This is why the right exercise matters. You need movements that gently open the pelvic floor, release tension, and build strength gradually. Squatting is one of the most powerful tools for this. Cultures worldwide have used deep squats for thousands of years because they encourage natural mechanics. For pelvic floor health, two variations matter most: static squats and dynamic squats. A static squat is a deep, held position. It lengthens the pelvic floor, releases tight tissues, and helps the body let go of built-up tension. It's especially useful for people who sit often, since sitting shortens this region. Holding a deep squat relaxes the pelvic floor and decompresses the lower spine. It resets the body, eases pressure on the organs, loosens the hips, and softens tightness in the groin and lower back. A dynamic squat adds movement, lowering and rising. This strengthens the legs, glutes, and the pelvic floor itself. It boosts circulation, builds endurance, and teaches the pelvic floor to coordinate with the core in a rhythmic way. Dynamic squats build stability for daily life. Both forms work together. First, you release tension with the static version. Then you build strength with the dynamic one. Over time, this combination creates a strong mobile foundation for the spine, hips, and internal organs. Here's how to begin. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Then bend your knees to lower your body, going only as far as feels natural. Hold the position and notice the stretch through your hips, lower back, and deep into the pelvis. This is your introductory static squat. If it feels too intense, rise slightly until the pressure eases. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, increasing over time. As your body adapts, you'll naturally sink deeper. To deepen the stretch, widen your stance. Step your feet farther apart, turn your toes outward, and lower again. This helps you drop deeper and stretches the inner thighs, groin, and pelvic floor more effectively. With consistent practice, these movements can dissolve years of stored tension. Your hips will move more freely. Your lower back will feel lighter. Digestion may improve. Bladder function may normalize. You may notice deeper breathing better posture, and more energy as your body returns to a natural rhythm. Your pelvic floor is the base of your entire core. When you take care of it, everything above benefits. Dedicate a few minutes each day to these movements. Listen to your body, progress gradually, and with patience, you'll begin to feel real, lasting change.